Ashridam, hi Suresh. Morning.
Yeah, hi Ajay.
So Suresh, good morning. Yeah, hi Suresh. Before going into the discussion, could you please turn on your video? Yeah, hi Suresh. Hi, how are you? Good, good. So, my name is Ajay. I'll be taking you technical discussion further. Okay. So, before proceeding, could you please brief me about yourself? Okay. So, okay. So, this I just wanted to understand, the client which you're working for, and now your client and your give me a minute. Hello, it's audible now. Okay. So, this I just want to explain your project architecture, what you're working with, the project architecture. Hello, I want you to explain about the project architecture. What is your project and what is the client that you're working for right now? Okay. Okay. You said you have around 3+ years of experience into DevOps, right? So this is regarding to which cloud you're working for? AWS or Azure? AWS. Okay, I have to check in AWS. So do you have any idea on the AWS services which you have worked on? So could you please explain what are the services you worked on? Okay, so this when you call a subnet, right? Okay. For example, let me say that I have an IP with a subnet range of 16, 10.0.0.0/16. So how many IPs it can range actually? Could you please explain me on that? What is the range of IPs that it could be using? Yeah, that is what I want to know. What is the IP ranges? Okay. So, for example, let me say that my IP is I have an IP with subnet 16. So how many IPs it can accommodate? For example, 10.0.0.0/16. That means 16 is a subnet, right? Correct? 16 is a subnet, correct? Now, what is the range of IPs I can get it? How many IPs I can accommodate within a range of 16 subnets? Okay, okay. So I'm just, Noah's question is you said you know about subnets, right? So I don't think so. That is nothing to do with what you have implemented in your organization. It's just a general calculation which we needed it, correct? Yeah. Okay, okay. Now you said you also worked on S3. Okay. How to configure S3 bucket? How? No. I just need using CLI in AWS. How do you allocate S3 bucket? How do you create an S? Sure. Okay. You said you also worked on S3 bucket, right? S3. Okay. So I just want another to, this when I try to, okay, when I try to access the URL, S3 URL, okay, I was getting 403 error. Okay, how do you resolve that? Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay, okay, right. So you said you have worked on AWS, right? For EC2 instance, right? EC2 VPC. Okay. Now in VPC, okay, in VPC, let's say that I have this I this I have two environments hosted on, okay, two different regions. Okay. One is in Asia specific, and another one is, let's say we have something like, another like Virginia, North Virginia. Okay. Now I want to connect North Virginia to, Asia specific region. How can I do that using VPC? How can I connect that? Are you sure? Okay, okay, that is what. Okay, that means you have not worked on AWS. Right? That means you have not worked on AWS, like all these VPCs. Okay, now tell me, what have you done with respect to AWS? Right? You said you have worked on S3 bucket, right? VPC you have worked on, EC2 you have worked on. So what was the nature of work you have done on all these three services? Okay, when you say, sorry to interrupt, when you say 0 by 2 failing, so what does it mean? Okay, when you get 1 by 2, what is a failure? Sure. Okay, but it's not. Okay. And one more thing. So you said you worked on EC2. So have you configured any EC2 instance? Have you launched an EC2 instance? Okay, how to create an auto scaling? How do you do that? Yeah. How do you do that? Okay. So now coming to, so as per I could see that you also worked on Linux environment, correct? You have worked on Linux as well, cloud technology as AWS and monitoring tool as CloudWatch, CloudTrail, and Azure, right? Okay, in the monitoring tool, when you say CloudWatch, So what was the work that you worked on CloudWatch? What was the thing you were doing on CloudWatch? Okay, okay. So you said you have worked on Linux as well, right? Okay, what were you doing in Linux? I mean, what were the services that you done in US in Linux? Okay, so do you have any knowledge on scripting? What scripting? So you have that means you know only the shell scripting or any else apart from shell, any other scripting you know? Python scripting. Okay. In shell script, when you said you know shell script, how do you rate yourself in shell? One is least and five is highest. Okay, how much you rate yourself? No, no. My question is, okay. My question is very simple. Suresh, you said you know Linux, right? Scripting. How much you rate yourself? Rating. If you want to give rating for yourself in Linux, how much you'll rate? One is least and five is highest. Three. Okay. So what kind of scripts have you written till date? No, no, no. What kind of scripts have you written? Have you written it or someone has written it? You have written, right? Okay. So let me, this I'll give you a scenario. Okay. Could you please share your screen and okay, write a script for me in the notepad. Okay. So what exactly I'm looking out for is you have a log file. Okay. You have to pull logs of latest logs of 5 days. Okay. And sorry, I mean to say, let me rephrase my question here. I want the log files in the log directory. I want to remove the log files which are older than 5 days. Okay, and give me the status. Yeah. Not status, I want to remove the older logs of 5 days. What is this? Okay, what does it do? $1 hyphen AG3 you have written. What exactly it is? Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Are you sure? Uh, Okay, sure, fine. Okay, not a problem. So do you have any, so what is now you can, yeah. So I just want to know what is set command do in Linux? Set command, SED command. Huh. Okay, fine. So you said you also worked on Python, right? In Python, how much you rate yourself? 1 is the least and 5 is the highest. 4, sure. Good. Okay, if I want to join two variables, A and B, okay, how do you do that? In Python. Yeah, I want to join A and B variable. Okay. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Okay, fine. Leave it. Suresh. Sure. Okay, thank you. Okay, now let me move on to DevOps. Okay. In DevOps, what are the tools you worked on? Okay, and apart from Jenkins? Okay, so you also said that you also worked on Terraform and Kubernetes, right? Ansible as well. You also worked on Ansible? Okay, what are tools you worked on in DevOps? In Jenkins. Okay, then you're saying that we are not using in day-to-day activities, right? What exactly you use in day-to-day activities? Okay, only Jenkins head should you'll be using, right? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay. So in Jenkins, how many types of pipelines we have? How many? Sorry, Suresh. How many types of pipelines we have? What are those? Okay, what is declarative and what is scripted? Okay, you said you have worked on Jenkins CI/CD pipeline, right? So what are the pipelines which you created using declarative or scripted pipeline you created? Okay, not scripted. Okay, in declarative pipeline, okay. So how the process goes on? Could you please, explain me? Okay. 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 So in Jenkins, okay. Now I want to integrate or I want to, mask my credentials. How can I do that? I want, okay, in Jenkins, you said you have created Jenkins pipeline. Okay. Now I want to, you know, mask my credentials. How to do that? In Jenkins. How? Okay. Okay. So so you said, okay, you have worked on Jenkins. So by chance, have you worked on Git repository and by any chance Git? Okay, what do you do in Git? No, not issues. Okay. What is a branching strategy which you're following in your current project? Okay, so if I want to rebase my code in Git, how to do that? How to do that? It will commit the code. Sure. Okay, then what is Git commit? When you said Git rebase will commit the code, then what does Git commit do? Okay. Okay. Now, for example, say you worked on Git, right? Let's say I have done 5 commits. Okay. I have done 5 commits in 5 different things. Now I want to merge all the 5 commits. Okay, merge all the 5 commits in a single commit. How to do that? What is the command? Git merge. Sure. Okay. Okay. So, okay, fine. Now with Git, you have done with Git. So you said you have worked on Ansible, right? Now, how to invoke? Okay, I want to invoke a library file. Okay, a library file using Ansible code. How to do that? What is the code that you're gonna write? What is the command that you're gonna write? Or what is the script that you're gonna write in Ansible? Okay, now tell me what have you done in Ansible? Okay. Okay, for example, let's say when you're running an Ansible code, okay, all my host file is gone deleted. Okay. Then when you're running this job, then what exactly the error will throw? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, you said you also worked on, Terraform, right? So what, how many I want to, that, what does Terraform init does? Okay, what is Terraform destroy does? Terraform destroy? Okay, how to do that? Could you please tell me with an example? Okay, what is the difference between Terraform apply and Terraform plan? Okay. Okay, fine. So you said you worked on, Apache Tomcat, right? Okay, what was that you have done in Apache Tomcat? Sorry? Okay, how do you integrate your Apache to your Jenkins? Okay, fine. So, okay, so I am done with the technical round. Do you have any questions? Okay, okay, let me tell you this way then, okay. We have, lots of many clients where we are looking out for. We are looking out for the candidate who has got good exposure on AWS, scripting, like, like what, Ansible, Python, PowerShell. Okay, and also we are looking for the more knowledge onto the DevOps tools, Kubernetes, Ansible, Terraform, okay, GitLab. Okay, so all these things. So we are looking for the candidate who has got good exposure on these roles, right? And AWS and and Azure as well. Yes, including everything. Exactly. That we won't expose right now. We have got many things, as I told you. Okay. Okay. As I told you, we work on many platforms. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine, good, good. Okay. Apart from that, any other questions? Yeah, okay, good. Nice. Okay, sure, Suresh. Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Thank you. My HR will get back to you. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Suresh. Thanks, Sriram.
Yeah,
Y-
yeah, you can leave.
Yeah, you can drop the call.